Hello my loves, welcome to my channel guys. How you doing? So today I bring you a very sumptuous local delicacy, and this delicacy is called Ofe Nsala Egusi in my local dialect. It's prepared with very basic ingredients that you can easily get from your local market. So guys, let me quickly take you through the ingredients I'll be using today. Okay, so first I have my fish. This fish is called Titus fish. I don't know if this is mackerel. Yeah. Also I have some meat. So for this meat you can decide to use different assortment. So for me, I couldn't get goat meat. That was what I originally wanted to use, so I'm going to be using, this is a body, they're properly washed. This is the tongue, you know, from your cow. I've washed with hot water. This is liver, also I washed with hot water. And I also have some beef here. Okay, so all of this I'm going to be using for this recipe. You can decide to use chicken, fresh chicken, you can decide to use goat meat, you can decide to use any meat or protein of your choice. So I have some fish here. This is shiny fish. This is already deboned. This is also what's it called, stockfish. You can decide to use any type. You can use the head, you can use the skin. This is the skin and a little bit of the flesh. And this is also another type of dried fish that we'll also be using. As you can see, they are properly washed and deboned. Also I have my blended egusi. This egusi is hand peeled. I've had it in the freezer for about 2 weeks, so I brought it out of the freezer and I reblended it in my mini blender. So that's why it's looking like this, and it has some lumps in it, but it is smooth. Just that it blended to the point where, you know, the oil started coming out. So I'm using a milk cup. It's a little soup I'll be making, so this quantity is enough. My blended crayfish, guys, this is the quantity I'll be using, and you know, to add flavor and taste to the meal. I call this bowl of my local spices. So here I have 2 types of pepper. This is a yellow scent pepper. This also is a scented pepper. Is green, I think is the green type. As you can see, it's already started to be yellow, but they are scented peppers and they are very, very potent. This also is my Ofe Nsala spice. This is a combination of Uziza, Uda, and so many other pepper soup spices. Normally I would have bought my own pepper soup spices and blended them myself, but I decided to buy the already made type from the market, and this is the brand. This is the brand I use. As you can see, it's written Nsala spices. Yeah, Nsala spices. So this is the brand I use, guys. So also for taste, I'll be using star crayfish, and I'll be using beef seasoning. Also I'll be using this is a local spice as well. This is called Ogiri. Is just like your local beans. Also there's also another ogiri I'll be using. This is very potent. As you can see, it's wrapped in the nylon, so I'll also be using this will give it the local, you know, aroma and taste that I will be desiring for this recipe. So guys, onion for this recipe is optional. Some people will tell you that they don't use it, right? It is optional, but I'm going to be using a little of it. This is white onion to boil my meat, so it is optional. If you want to go for it, fine. If you don't want to totally skip it, fine. Some people will tell you it is not good, but it is optional. I like the taste of onion in virtually all my dishes, so I'm going to be using. So guys, this has been cooking for roughly about 2 minutes, so it's time to check it and see what we have there. Okay, it's actually on low heat. So at this point guys, I'm going to be adding some water so the meat can cook properly. I know you say it's a lot of water, but it's okay because I have some tough meat there. So yeah, the water is enough for me. To cook for about 25 to 30 minutes so that this meat softens. Guys, the meat has been cooking for over 25 minutes. It's time to check up on it to see what it looks like. So this is what my meat looks like. At this point I'll have to check to be sure that it's soft before I can now go into the cooking proper. We're back again, and at this point I've added more water to the pot, to the cooking meat. At this point I've added more water, enough to cook the food, because at some point I was inside and the meat was almost getting burnt. So this is the level of water I'm going to be adding. So I'll start off with, first I'll be adding the stockfish because it's harder, though this is the skin part, it shouldn't take time to cook. I'll add that to it. Also I'll add the fishes. The fishes I have, or the dry fishes I have, are all strong, so don't worry. That's the dry fish. Okay, so it's coming together. Don't lose hope, guys. Then at this point also I'll add the fish just to boil for some minutes, for a maximum of 2 minutes, and I'll scoop it out so it doesn't scatter. Okay, I just want it cooked, properly cooked. So I'm just going to layer it like this over it to boil. So guys, I'm back. It's been boiling for about 2 minutes. It's time to scoop out the fish so that it does not scatter. This is what it looks like, and I'll gently, carefully scoop out the fish. At least now it's about 95% cooked. So guys, this is what we have left. As you can see, I have rishi in it. So now I'm going to be adding my crayfish. I'll add half of it, and I'll keep the remaining one for later. So I'll be adding, this is a blend of my yellow pepper, scotch bonnet pepper, green pepper, and the Okpei, the locust beans, the black locust beans. So I'll be adding that. Also, this is Ogiri, it's really, it has this very horrible smell, but trust me guys, it's really nice. Normally it melts away in the pot, but I'm just trying to crush it just to be sure. And also guys, this is a blend of the Uziza seeds, Uda seeds, and other spices. Guys, trust me, the aroma in my kitchen right now is amazing. And I'll be adding some of my seasoning cube. It will melt, don't worry. So this is it. point, I'll be tasting for salt. The pepper is okay. I just require a little salt, which I will not be adding now. So guys, I'll just cover this to cook up a little, just a few seconds, and I'll be back. Maximum 1 minute. So guys, I'm back. So guys, this is what my soup looks like. So I'll be testing for salt. Pepper is a lot. So if you're using yellow pepper, you have to be careful. It's time to introduce the star ingredient, which is the egusi. So there are two ways to go about this. Is either you add water to it and make it into a paste, or you add it this way. Now I'm going to be adding a little bit water to crumble it up. So guys, I'll be right back. After crumbling the egusi, so I'm going to be adding it to the box. So back to fish, just to support the egusi's job. Stir. Stir again and cover it to cook. Guys, allow this soup to cook properly so that the egusi is properly cooked. You know, some people when they eat egusi that is raw, it disturbs their tongue. So at this point, I'm going to cover it to cook on low heat for about 20 minutes. So I'm sure that the egusi is properly cooked. The aroma in my kitchen, guys, is amazing. So I'll cover it and allow it to cook for about 20 minutes, and I'll come back for it. So guys, we're back again, and we are back to check up on the soup to see how it's doing. So, oh, wow, that is how it is. Now, so guys, as you can see, it has thickened. It has thickened and it's almost cooked, about 90% cooked. So this was about 15 minutes and it's still cooking. So I'll just give it more 5 to 10 minutes and I'll come back to it. So like I said, if you still want the soup to be thicker than this, you will now have to measure the amount and quantity of egusi you're going to be using and how you're going to dissolve it in water. Yeah. So if I hadn't dissolved it, it might be thicker than this, but I decided to dissolve it because this is the consistency that I want. So at this point, I'm just going to allow it to cook it too. But I'm not going to forget the fish we set aside earlier. So I'm going to be reintroducing it so that it cooks up in the soup juice. You know, don't worry, it's not going to scatter. And even if it does, it's going to add more flavor to the soup. So I'll allow it to cook for about 10 minutes again, and I'll get back to it. Hello people, I'm back again. So this is almost 20 minutes of cooking. So it's time to check it. Ooh, the aroma in this kitchen is heavenly, guys. Look at. I'm going to be using this. This is Uziza leaf. It's dried because I bought it yesterday and it's dried, a little dried, but it's still very okay. So I'm going to be using it for garnishing. You can use scent leaf, but I prefer to use Uziza leaf. It gives it this very nice aroma. Already I have Uziza seed in the soup, so this is also very good. Just to give it that garnishing. So guys, like I said, you can use any protein of your choice. You can use goat meat, you can use catfish, you can use chicken, you can even add periwinkle or more, anything you like. Some people use pork meat.